Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yo, we got the guest on. We got Debo on the line. Yo, Debo, what up?
Yo, what's up? What's going on?
Yo, what up, Debo?
Shit. Hey, number one, we commend you for trying to put together a dope event. Before you even get into who was actually in the building from the build up that y'all did, the ground up that y'all did, the promotion and all that.
We had a couple of people in the building. You got to skip me for my voice. It was a long weekend. We had a couple of people. We had some people from BET. We had people from allhiphop.com. We had BBOD. That was on the second day. We had some people in the building, man. That definitely like what Queen of the Ring was doing and whatnot. That is pretty much it. I can't, it escapes me right now, but we had a bunch of important people.
Yeah, I know Queen Latifah promoted it and Little Kim promoted it. So you had this is like a big event. Like a lot of people was paying attention to this event.
Yeah. The building was packed. On the Super Bowl Saturday. What was it, Sunday?
Yes.
It was promoted well, I guess, and the building was packed. So, I guess that goes to show you, the power of what female battle rap could do.
Right. So I heard about Sunday. What actually happened on Saturday?
On Saturday it was a maid fight outside. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to go into detail and talk about all the fights and stuff like that because that just takes away from from the event and whatnot. I mean, I know that's probably what you want to get to and shit like that, but I guess people will see the comments and know who fought with whom and whatnot. But it just wasn't a good look. That's just pretty much it. I mean, I just spoke to the owner right now. It's just crossing my fingers because they just contemplating on wanting to do it there because they didn't want to do it because of the things that happened. But I guess they're gonna talk big about it and then hit me, leg and Babs back
for the venue.
Yeah, not for the BB King. I was talking about for the first one.
Oh, for the first one.
Yeah, the second one is kind of like the same thing. They got to contemplate on whether putting things back in perspective and wait for to have anything there.
Right.
All right.
Debo.
Well,
I wanted to ask about as far as the venue. I mean, you guys have had events there. Like, you haven't had issues before. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's something that you've told, you at least with BB, you said, you know what I mean? Like, your track record is good, in other words. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this is, you can't help what people do, but ultimately, is that something that they're considering the fact, hey, they've been good money every time that they've come?
Well, yeah, hold on for a second. I do apologize for that. I'm sorry. You mean as far as about the fans or the venue?
Yeah, the venues.
Yeah, I mean, we have a good track record. I mean, when we would BB Kings all those times, there really wasn't no melees out, in or out, from what I can remember. So, hopefully they'll take that in consideration. But, you just never know at these times, man. People don't want the establishment fucked up. It only takes one time for them to reject you and be like, listen, we're not having that type of situation here, man. They shutting down clubs and everything. Everything's a lounge now, especially in the boroughs. So you can only really get a big event going in Manhattan, So that was a premier prime location, and you can't have that. A ruckus like that says that all negativity will have you banned from that situation.
Okay. Well, that's some crazy ass shit. The videos is everywhere and shit. What the hell happened? Like, what can be done to prevent that, if anything can be done?
To prevent what? The fighting and stuff like that?
Yeah. Or is there this? What much we do actually?
I'll keep it on with you. The way you can prevent that is having grown adults in the building that's thinking rationally, and you know what I'm saying, and thinking respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? So people will be like, yo, there's nothing we can do about that, nothing we can do about that. But there is things that you can do about that, especially if you're in a place where, you know, it's pretty 99.9% harmless and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much, you know, a high ratio of women, and, you know, no disrespect, you know, it's the, you know, the gay community, you know. So I'm not saying they're harmless, but, you know, they're not, the first instinct is not looking for a fight. They want to have a good time and see the battles and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just about being mature about what this is, the situation at hand and whatnot.
All right. Well, Debo, what battles actually did happen?
For the second, on the first day, all the battles were down except Jay Smooth and Star Smiles. Jay Smooth, you know, to her defense, I guess her mouth was wired, so she couldn't do the battle. For the second day, we did Mawasha and Ms. Merck, Tay Rock and C3, and E Hard and 40 bars, and you know those are the three joints that we did.
How was the Tay Rock and C3 battle?
No, it was real dope. It was real dope. You know, Tay Rock actually didn't come to play. You know, I think that was one of his best battles thus far, as far as the quality of material that he brought to the table. He didn't, you know, half-ass it. He, like, you know, since I'm over here in another league, I'm just giving y'all some bullshit. He came with his A game, and we do appreciate that.
Okay. And go ahead, bro.
Nah, I was just saying that's dope. I'm happy he actually, you know what I mean, came and showed up. That's dope.
Mhm. All right. And what about this 40 bars and E Hard I'm hearing about?
No, it was a real dope battle. I would consider it a classic, man. I mean, people's gonna go back and forth for years with that footage and whatnot. They both came to play, which I salute them for that, man. Because, you know, especially with the chaos that was happening beforehand, they still came to play and shit. And they, you know, they both were professional at what they do. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see that battle soon, man, and you'll determine for yourself if it was a classic or not.
Okay, so those three battles are definitely coming out.
Yeah, those two battles are definitely coming out. This is pretty much what I want to say. At the end of the day, what we're gonna do is, well, I'll tell you from this perspective. Like I said, the only reason why I'm speaking to y'all is because y'all the number one, you know, battle rap radio show. So I don't need to do multiple interviews. This will be the one and done. And you want your answers, you get them here. You know, the Couture and Tory battle is going to get done. Okay. I guess the Rex and QB battle is going to get done. Okay. You know, we're going to have to take the L, and we're going to have to do a free event and let the fans in for free to see that battle. Because, you know, it's fucked up that they didn't get to see that battle, and, you know, it's been canceled twice due to the situations at hand. So, you know, there was an L, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna just, you know, they're gonna just do the joint for free and do that battle and just release it on YouTube and whatnot, you know. Okay. That the information for that will be coming soon. We don't know when, but that'll be coming soon.
Debo, let me ask you.
The 2-on-2 battle, is that gonna be done? It's over or what?
No, that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much, you know, if you go to Heavy Bag TV, you know what I'm saying, you'll see Shuni and Farrah explaining it on what happened and stuff. I would love to give an explanation, but I don't want to fumble over, you know what I'm saying, the you know, the things that occurred and say, you know, not say, you know, and put it like this. I know for a fact that Nina's going to say something about it, you know, on her behalf, and you'll get the whole entire scope of what's going on. You know, shout out to Shuni and Farrah. You know, you know what I'm saying, they're class acting what, you know, how they handle the situation. You know, put the information, let the fans know, and whatnot. We try to, you know, behind closed doors, we try to make that happen. And, you know, so we wouldn't upset the fans and stuff. We definitely, trust me when I tell you, we definitely trying to make that happen. Definitely, especially Nina, she tried to make it happen as well, but it just all fell apart at the end and whatnot. And, you know, this was supposed to be their big shot, and it wasn't taken to their advantage. And, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, Shuni and Farrah, they don't want to revisit that situation, and I don't blame them. You know, it's just time to move on from that.
Right.
Okay.
Let me ask you, Debo.
Yes, sir.
Due to everything that took place over the weekend, as far as the negativity, are there going to be any restrictions? Because I believe a lot of the participants were actual battle rappers, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So are there going to be any restrictions to book these battlers in the near future?
I'm going to be honest with you. As far as restrictions, that's going to have to be up to Vague and Babs.
Okay.
I'm not a part of that situation no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm removing myself.
Hold on, Debo. What's
going on?
Debo, what you talking about right now, bro? What
you what?
Yeah, run that back.
Yeah, I'm not doing Queen of the Ring no more.
Why?
You know, there's no disrespect to you know, to anybody and shit. Vague and Babs, you know, they're great partners. You know what I'm saying? It's not their fault. This mishap was none of our fault. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's not conducive to, you know, it's not healthy to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Outside of battle rap and shit, and just tearing shit apart. You know, I go so gun ho to make things happen that, you know what I'm saying, it just is I look like I'm doing too much. That's a little too much for me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not healthy mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't do it. I'm not saying, oh, yo, I ain't fucking with niggas, I ain't doing so. No, it has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, female battle rap takes a toll out of a lot of shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot mentally. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, it is what it is, man. And you know, just because I lead don't mean that it's not gonna, you know, Queen of the Ring is gonna fall. They and guys do a great job at what the fuck they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them hold it down. Queen of the Ring is still gonna be Queen of the Ring. It's still gonna be the #1 battle league for females and shit like that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit shit out and just, you know what I'm saying, just be you know, living life and just chilling.
Debo,
chilling.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I fuck with you, you know that. You the big homie. We talk all the time and shit. Like I told you earlier, I think this is a bad decision. I really think that, you know what I'm saying, like, you're known for Queen of the Ring. You can not just control the crowd, but like, you kind of took on the face, so to speak, on Queen of the Ring. Niggas know you're cool in person. Niggas know you're about the business. I think that this is a rash decision, like I told you earlier off air. I don't know,
I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? Because Babs is the face at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take this in consideration. You know what I'm saying? I don't shun what I did. I know I bring a lot to the brand, of course, and whatnot. But you know, there's 3 of us. Hey, like I said, one monkey don't shop no show. You know what I'm saying? Things are, you know, there's many CEOs that have been changed in different companies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get to a big ordeal about that. But at the end of the day, I will say this. In order for female battle rap to survive, man, y'all females better do something. Y'all better do something fast, because this shit is tearing apart. This shit is about to be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't get it together, y'all better start barking on each other or start doing something. Because I'm telling you right now, this era is all about, it's about for self. Everybody in this battle rap, they think about themselves, other than, you know what I'm saying, they fellow man or they fellow woman and shit. There's no camaraderie, no none of that shit. So, you know, that's what fucks up battle rap and shit. Niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest crowd. That crowd was bigger than NHB, to my recollection. When I look at the tickets and the people that attended, I compared it with NHB and Watch the Throne 2. Don't you know this was like 2 times bigger than NHB?
Damn, 2 times bigger.
I kid you not. Celebrity-wise and attendance-wise.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that BB Kings is so spread out. They don't look big, you know what I'm saying? But Urban Plaza has a narrow like a square room. BB King's is more like an oval shape, so it makes it spreads out. But you see in the crowd, the crowd was packed. Everybody's like, "Yo, man, how y'all pack this crowd on a Super Bowl?" Listen, man, they got a different audience. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the job was done. A lot of promotion. Everything was it did what it did.
Damn.
Shit, man, NHB was huge. That's why I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
no, it was definitely huge.
I was there for that event. Like, I was in there outside and shit because there was so many people in that motherfucker.
Yeah, but the difference between NHB and Watch the Throne 2 is growth-wise. But the difference is, you know what I'm saying, on NHB, they were everybody on that card was a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, this card with for Watch the Throne 2, they were names and whatnot. It's just, put it like this, the law of the first card being all those names what got everybody hyped and shit, and made it look like, you know what I'm saying, the first big ever anything that Queen of the Ring did, which was cool. But, Watch the Throne 2 kind of topped that and shit, as far as, like, who was there, how many people were there and all that stuff, and definitely on the biggest sporting event in sports and shit, it showed that, marketing-wise, there's an audience for different things. You know what I'm saying? Cats thought it was going to be a ghost town, and it was the opposite of that. So, it's just unfortunate that, the people at hand made it what it was and fucked it up and shit like that. Motherfuckers can't, you can't compose themselves and shit. And, we can't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not pointing the blame and shit. There's not no time for that and shit and talking crazy and all that, man. I'm just saying, on a bigger scale, you know what I'm saying? This shit look like it's about to be a wrap. I don't want to be a pessimist about that shit, but at the end of the day, it don't look too good. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's the owners can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's only the owners that can rally this shit up. It's amongst them battle rappers, man. To police themselves.
You know what? Is it too soon? Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Wayne.
No, I was going to ask Debo, with the things that occurred on Saturday night, I'll just say drama. With the drama that occurred Saturday night, were there any calls by management or by the owners, basically about, hey, just basically saying a pep talk or whatever? We're not having that at the main event.
What do you mean? As far as like, okay, I understand what you're saying. We was on high alert for things and whatnot. And, like I said, it was going smoothly. But I guess the liquor was flowing. Motherfuckers had egos. Their chest pumped out. You know what I'm saying? And things just occurred. And one situation led to another. And obviously, it wasn't just an on-site situation. When I say that, I'm talking about it was it's premeditated. Everybody had an agenda. Oh, if I see this person, this is gonna happen. Yo, such and such shit come through, this is gonna happen. So it was already in the air. You understand what I'm saying? It just so happened that it occurred to on my shit. Unfortunately, you hear what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what it is. But we was on high alert about it. But there ain't nothing you can do to stop. I realize I'm not Superman, so you can't stop everything that's going on in that building.
Yeah.
I just thought the participants would have had a certain respect for the brand enough to be like, yo, I'm a chill. You understand what I'm saying? But it's quite the opposite and whatnot. So at the end of the day, I got the L on my shirt because this is the most important thing. Fuck me and fuck my partners. Those people that paid thousands on flights or whatever hotel rooms came out to see 6 battles. And it's like motherfuckers don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Right.
That's sad. So, when motherfuckers don't want to come out no more, don't want to see you battle and shit like that, and shit, you're going to feel stupid. That YouTube fame is going to up and disappear, and you're going to be such and such back doing your 9 to 5 again, not getting no motherfucking guap and not receiving no quote-unquote fame and seeing your face battling and all that. Some motherfuckers just don't give a fuck and feel like they're going to move on to the next thing. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But You know, there's some other girls, you know what I'm saying, that do shit respectfully and, go by the rules accordingly and shit, and they get to lose out because of, the bunch of bad apples and shit like that, man. It's fucked up. But for the fans, I really do apologize, man. I know there's people. Listen, at the end of the day, if you want to accumulate all the fans that paid tickets, flights, hotels, you're gonna get over the 100,000s range and the 100,000s. You understand what I'm saying? You got to sit down and really think about that, on the economy wise. You know what I'm saying? If you got like hundreds of people spending God knows how much money and shit, you going hundreds of thousands and shit like that on a battle rap event. Are you kidding me? Why fuck that up?
Right.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's that I don't give a fuck attitude. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers think about themselves, and then that's what it is. But I do truly apologize to the fans, man. That's who I really care about the most. Because I felt real bad. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers is, not saying motherfuckers, excuse me, when people was coming up to me like, yo, Debo, I came from such and such. Can I get a picture? Cool. Yeah, I came from such and such. Can I do such and such? Like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So when they can get to see their favorite battle rapper get busy and whatnot, how would you feel flying from all the way to such and such to see such and such, but you didn't get to see it because motherfuckers is acting crazy?
Yeah.
Come on. There's no other alternative but to give them something free. You know what I'm saying? And what about the people that's out of town that can't come to see those battles free? You feel me?
My homegirl Tabitha, I think she flew in from Kuwait. She said her ticket was like $2,000-$3,000. $2,000 or
$3,000 for her ticket for Kuwait. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I do as due diligence that I do apologize. But it shouldn't. Not saying it shouldn't be me, but the motherfuckers that fucked this shit up should be apologizing. There should be blogs all over the place.
Yeah.
Super apologies.
Yeah, that's the thing that
saying?
should be circulating opposed to the footage that's circulating. There should be apology blogs and shit of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Like, people's heads is messed up, Debo.
What if
you know
this shit
what I'm saying? Like,
leaks over?
these niggas' heads is definitely messed up.
What if this shit leaks over to other events? Like, yo, such and such, I ain't going to what you call it because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? This is a black eye on battle rap in its entirety. Don't even dare say, oh, it only happened to Queen of the Ring. Nah. No. There's a black eye in its entirety. When shit happened over there at Smack, there's a black eye on battle rap in its entirety.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. Real shit.
And it's crazy because, you know what I'm saying, we try to handle ourselves like professionals, but it's, the community we in, everybody want to be all turned up. Everybody want to have all this testosterone. Everybody want to be like, yo, I ain't with the shit. So I'm like, we look corny.
Yeah.
We look corny.
That's what I was going to say. But is it too soon, you think, for, I don't want to say about to be a business because obviously a business, but let's keep it a buck. We dealing with majority of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The majority from the hood. Let's keep it a buck. So it's like, is it too soon? And I'm
going to tell you one thing. Battle rap's best asset are the fans. When the fans are no longer engaged in battle rap, it's over.
Battle rap.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When the fans no longer are engaged in battle rap, it is over.
Right.
They have the power. They have the power to say, fuck you. I'm not fucking attending your shit no more because your fucking events is shit. This shit be happening. That shit be happening. They have the right. They have the power. You understand what I'm saying? So imagine battle rap fans coming together as a community and being like, yo, fuck that.
Yeah.
This is what we doing.
But we need to do that. We need to come together as a unit, to come together and speak on the positive shit that we need to do for our motherfucking culture to flourish positively. Shit.
Not for nothing, you're fighting an uphill battle because it's the era that we're in. The era is so much. I'm gonna shine on niggas. Look at me, see me.
I'm with the shits and all
Fuck
that.
Fuck them over here. Yeah, turn up. That's the era that these kids is in. That's all they want to hear and see all day, every day. But you know what I'm saying? That goes within battle rap as far as, battle rap, they battle rap. So they try to relate that to what they're doing on the outside as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man.
Damn. So
yeah, that's
damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation and shit.
Hold on. Hey, Debo. I hear what you're saying. I just want to say this. Don't make it a rash rational
caps. What caps? I'm thinking, man, what rash decision is gonna be? Well, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm impulsive. I do crazy shit. But you know what I'm saying? What kind of rash decision am I making when I got my own wife on stage? You know what I'm saying? Or in the midst of this shit and all this shit going crazy, like what you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You got family members, you know what I'm saying, people that paid on the VIP ticket, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. Being in the midst of some melee shit, that shit is crazy. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. Mm-hmm. And you know what? To be honest with you, I feel sorry for the Shunies, the Farrahs, the officials, you know what I'm saying, the Bonnies and whatnot, like, you know what I'm saying, the girls that probably stick to the rules and you know, has been with this brand for years. And you know what I'm saying, has been loyal with this brand for years, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Tory Doze, like, they don't deserve this, yo. The 40 bars, E Hearts, they don't deserve this.
But you know
what I'm saying? But those names I said, they need to call each other on the phone and be like, yo, look, man, before we fuck it up, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to get this going, man, because this is all we have. You know what I'm saying? This is a machine. I'm not saying Queen of the Ring is over. I'm saying I'm over. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Queen of the Ring can still go. They still got Babs. They still got Babs. Babs is that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They still got Vague. You know what I'm saying? Vague do what he do. So at the end of the day, this shit ain't over. I'm not trying to make a big statement and be like, oh, since it's over, Queen of the Ring is over. No. You know what I'm saying? One monkey don't stop no show, my nigga. I just can't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't want to deal with these females that be cutting up, getting crazy. I'm not saying no names because it's not about names. You know what I'm saying? So it's multiple of them. It's not one, two. It's multiple of them that try to get jiggy with it over the phone and tell you these demands and this is what I'm doing. This is what I ain't like. Yeah, nah, we're not doing that. Not no more. I'm not babysitting nobody just to make sure they gonna battle. We're not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. So at the end of the day, you know, this is the most explicit I've gotten or out there because I always keep everything inside and nobody really knows what's going on within the brand. You know, I'm not saying anything that's going on within the brand, but you know, I'm not a talkative person about what goes on with my business and shit. I don't do that. That's how we probably kept this shit afloat for years. Because we don't talk about, yo, this person's getting this amount, this person's getting this amount of money. We don't do that here in Queen of the Ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wanks. I mean, but you know what, Debo, I was going to say, but Debo, here's the thing, though. With the footage, you really see niggas fighting. You don't really, I know females was scrapping, whatever, but you really see niggas fighting.
Yeah, so listen. I'm not blaming these females. I addressed the niggas in the beginning where I was talking to you. I was like, yo, niggas was cutting up acting crazy. We know who was doing what. This is obvious here.
Nah, but what I'm saying, though, Debo, where I'm going with it is that, like, really is this, like, if it got shut down because of the niggas, it's like, it seems like the females are taking the blame for it somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they not taking the blame because I'm not blaming them.
Well, okay.
I'm not blaming the females. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole pile of one thing after the other. One thing led to this. One thing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's too much. And Facebook drama, too. Is this all that shit's connected?
Yeah, that's too much. That's super too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that probably led to what the hell's going on. Well, you know, the past weekend and shit. I can't blame the fans because wasn't one fan fighting in that motherfucker. So I cannot blame any fan, even though it was a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, book shit going on. How can I blame a fan when not one fan was fighting in that motherfucker? I feel sorry for these fans.
Yeah,
they came from far just to see the show. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday and the day before, we showed Queen of the Ring as a powerhouse. I had Smack, Beasley, even Chico, the dude that they never see. Chico don't ever go to nobody's events. He was in the building. And they looked around and they said, yo, what the fuck? This shit is packed. Yo, y'all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? This was the first female event for 2016. And you know what I'm saying? Look how it go down. Like, come on. Right. That shit is crazy. So, It just is what it is, man. I'm not denouncing nothing. Yo, listen, I'll even give you a tip. I'm a kilo 100. I seen rain in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I stepped up I walked to her. I said, yo, you know what I'm saying? Salute, you know what I'm saying? Respect to you and shit. We ain't gotta like each other. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be respect. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you come from Queen of the Ring. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So her being in the building, whether we fighting or whatever and shit, it still shows that she respects the brand and what we do. She want to see them battles and shit because she feel like it's a wavy card.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So it's you know, hopefully female battle rap can evolve from this and shit, man, because it gotten a little crazy and shit. You know, I don't want to like point fingers and say who did what and all that other shit because that's just not good business. All that gets settled behind closed doors. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that only just peer pressure a motherfucker to try to stick his chest out and be like, oh, well, you said this on English fan. You said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to you. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. All that shit gets settled behind closed doors. So that's how it's supposed to be. But in the grand scheme of things, this shit got fucked up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, y'all could just, all right, number one, let's keep it about, I'm just a fan, so I can't say what you can just do. I would just think that y'all would just go to another venue like URL does.
Nigga, what venue? Where? All the venues are getting shut. You know, like, there's only a couple of venues left, and we can't do what URL do because we have a ring. When I'm at a venue, I have to size that square. I have to always have a size square venue. I can't have some oval or a piece in between or a chair here. It's got to be a box because there's a ring that's going to be built in it. So we have limited options.
Damn.
That's why the Gramercy can't hold that ring. That ring is too big. People over the balcony won't be able to see.
Damn.
So it was either Urban Plaza or BB King's. The only reason why I chose BB King's because I went to the Golden Gloves and I seen the ring in there already. So I was like, okay, this is a perfect spot. You know, with the wheeling and dealing and the fucking talking I had to do to get that, I'm talking about weeks at a time, calling motherfuckers just to get that spot. We was the first battle rap anything in BB King's. Ever. There was no battle rap in BB King's.
And BB King is huge. Like artists go there to perform everything.
Exactly. So we was the first anything up in there. And for shit like that to happen, come on, man. I need, you know what I'm saying? Niggas need more than an apology. You know what I'm saying? You have to come to grips and understand what at magnitude of what you've done. You get to walk away. We can't. We get to hold the bag of shame. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn, my nigga, man. You know I fuck with you heavy, man. I don't
want to, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, my partners to think I'm flat leaving. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, behind closed doors, they know how I feel about shit and the magnitude of, you know what I'm saying, where I'm going with it. So, you know, it's not a surprise to them. You know what I'm saying? I put them on you, but it's not like when they hear this, they're going to not know what the hell's going on. I just can't take this shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are just not appreciative. I'm not talking about my partner. I'm just talking about, you know what I'm saying, some of the artists, they're not appreciative of what you do when you fucking bust your ass and lose your eyesight making trailers and fucking finding venues and shit and just not spending time with your family and shit. Like, they don't appreciate that because they don't see you doing it. You know what I'm saying? But yet still they be like, yo, I'm writing these bars and shit. Y'all niggas, you think we don't do nothing? Are you fucking serious? When you put that pen down, I'm still going. 5 a.m, finding little blips and tweaks and shit off of fucking 4D cinema. Learning how to do 4D cinema just so I can make a wavy video.
Word. Because you don't sleep at all. I can coach on that shit. You never sleep, shit.
Yo, shout out to all the staff at Queen of the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Raps, Prototype, Araje, Sarat, you know, Myers, everybody, man, the shooters, Nunzio, Jess, shout out to them. They did a wonderful job this weekend. I commend them and whatnot. They did the best they can to hold down those events and whatnot. And yo, it is what it is, man. I root for them for what they do in the future and shit. It's still gonna be phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Just support that brand and shit. That's all I'm asking.
I can't believe I'm hearing this shit, man.
I just don't believe it. Like, Debo, like, I feel like Cap,
listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. The only reason why I came out with this publicly is so people could kind of leave me alone, because you know what I'm saying, when I disappear, there's gonna be a lot of questions that's gonna be wanted to be asked. You know what I'm saying? So y'all all know off the rip what's going on, because I'm always so visual in the mix and in the cut. So you know, y'all at least know what's going on. It's not about me. Listen. As long as y'all get good battles, I don't give a fuck about what the fuck I do. Just get them good battles. That's all I ask Vegan Babs to do.
So, Debo, you're saying, okay, look, let me get this clear so we all know. You're saying it's not just Queen of the Ring. You're like leaving the culture, period?
Period.
What?
So you're come on, Debo. Really? Really?
Oh, period. Yo, listen, man. This is not no stunt, man. I'm dead serious. It's time to move. Listen. You got to know when to hold them and fold them. It's time to move on and make a change. That's it. It's deep, man. At the end of the day, I don't want to go publicly with a lot of things that's behind closed doors. Not saying within Queen of the Ring. I'm just saying, but it's just in general with battle rap.
Yeah.
Now, you know what, though? Be honest with you, you've been dealing with battle rap for years, so you know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean?
I know all the ins and outs. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Listen, I got to the pinnacle. And when I say the pinnacle, I'm talking about 5 years of hard work. Got us to be the number one female battle league. Well, you know, we was the only one, but as far as prominent within the biggest leagues, we rubbed shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the respect of URL and shit. Them niggas are saying, yo, you know, you right here up there with us and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's respect. You know what I'm saying? So me, Babs, and Vague, we work hard to do that shit. But I want Queen of the Ring to be seen as a company that can go on no matter who leaves. You understand what I'm saying? So
y'all
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will be like, yo, all right, such without Debo, that's cool. But when y'all see this shit is functioning still without me, then y'all understand what it is. It's still a high quality brand. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I definitely appreciate y'all holding us down and stuff like that. Hold on, let me say this as well. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause me and Caps got on the phone and whatnot about, you know, when I made that blog with that interview with Flip. And shit, I was saying about the bloggers and shit, not, you know, fucking with Queen of the Ring, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to say shout out to Angry Fan Radio, because y'all definitely held it down for female battle rap. I wasn't saying y'all specifically and shit, you know what I'm saying? If I did say that name, it's definitely my apologies. It was at a frustrating moment where, you know, female battle rap wasn't getting the coverage it deserves. You understand what I'm saying? Because these girls work long and hard to put these bars together and make classics or whatever good battles they can make. You know what I'm saying? It's a double standard in battle rap. It's a double standard, period, in life general. So females are definitely going to get that double standard within battle rap and whatnot. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm trying to get the most respect I can for, you know what I'm saying, for these girls and shit like that. So, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, my apologies to y'all, because y'all always cover female battle rap when y'all can and do what y'all can. And whatnot, and more, especially on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I know Caps don't blog as much, but when he does, you know what I'm saying, he looks out every now and then and shadows out and shit like that, man.
Yeah, you know what, D, that's a question, because you made a good point. You made up something that made me think it's not like I don't really think that a lot of us understand where you come from, but like now I get it. Like, it's not that you're running a league like everybody else. It's a female league. So how hard is it to get you? Do you feel like you have to go 3, 4, 5 times as hard to get the female respect?
8 times hard. Come on.
Of course.
10 times hard. Come on. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it works against you. Because when you're trying to put on for the females and shit, some of them would just do the craziest shit to, you know what I'm saying, set you back and make you look crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for them to get their respect, but they got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they, you know. I see a lot of girls in Queen get more views than a lot of these dudes, which is great. You know what I'm saying? So we showing the proof. It's just that you got to continue to fight and keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, I really, truly, if I can't say it enough, I truly apologize to the fans. I know they don't want to hear it and shit, man, but that's all I have to give them is my sincerest apologies, and hopefully to make up to give them those battles and stuff like that, man. The only regret I do have is not doing that Tory Doe and Couture battle early before all this shit happened. I should have done that. You understand what I'm saying? That's one of my regrets for that.
Yeah, that how though? How was he gonna fit it in?
Listen, I don't know. I guess I could have put it second right after the Marasha and Merck battle. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted them, to be honest with you, I wanted them to anchor the whole thing because people were so much anticipating it. I wanted to go last and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get that energy because I know Tori be turned up and Couture, you know, everybody's waiting for her, so people wasn't going to be sleepy or alcoholed up. They was going to pay attention to that battle. So I wanted it to anchor it. But, you know, after everything started happening, man, we just started rushing things in and just doing what we're doing. And the venue had to cut us off at 11. And that's the time we had 40 and E Hart. You know what I'm saying? It was around that time. They even extended a grace period. You know what I'm saying? They extended a grace period, and you know, it worked out to at least get that last battle off.
Man, this is fucked up right here, man. This is. I don't know. I hope you ever change your heart down the line. I'm always gonna say that. You know what I'm saying?
I seriously doubt it, brother. I seriously doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, at the end of the day, I didn't come from a battle rap establishment. Like, I used to do music, and then, you know, I chucked that for the battle rap because it was a love that I had when I started watching Grind Time battles. You know what I'm saying? And always wanted to meet the Directs and Sarah Connors and Poison Pens and PHs. You know, rest in peace to PH. You know, and I got to do that. You know, I lived that. I don't know if to say the dream, because like I said, battle rap fell in my lap. I just worked it, you know, and just made this brand to what it is. But, you know, I got to, you know, rub shoulders with them and Smacks and Organics and all that, man, and pretty much just made a statement for female battle rap around the world and shit with my other partners, which was great. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, the show must go on. Let them handle their business, and you know, sometimes change is good, brother.
Well, I'll definitely, you know. Well, you know, I'll call you every motherfucker Andy goddamn way, so you ain't gonna block me.
Yeah. No. I'm not curbing phone calls, and I'm not saying that like, oh, don't talk to me. You a battle rap affiliate. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I watch from afar. You know what I'm saying? Listen, with battle, I'm not even a fan of this shit like I once was. I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't because there's so much drama. This shit is a walking reality show, my man. You know
but you know what, Debo? You know what though? But you know what though? Battle rap got into so much of the limelight. I think that's when it became a battle rap when it came to show, because like once it stopped being about the battles, whether it was for see who was better or it was about bread. Once it was like it really blew up, that's when it started becoming like that.
I feel you. Hold on, Caps. Hold on. Don't go on. Hold on.
No doubt. Damn, man. Shout out to Queen of the Ring. This is... Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Debo?
Wow.
Oh, no. Yeah, shout out to Queen of the Ring. This is... Oh, Debo, you on?
No, he said hold on.
Oh. Yeah, this is... Man, hold on. His phone actually dropped. He's calling me right back. Hold on. I knew something happened.
Okay.
All right, my fault. We got Debo back on. Debo, I was saying, not saying it's a bad thing having new fans, obviously, but I'm saying like once it really blew up past just battle rap fans, that's when I feel like it became a reality show somewhat.
Yeah, you know what it is. I won't blame battle rap for that. It's just life imitates art. It's life in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, once these reality shows started popping or whatever, or just people just wanted to be the center of attention, the world started becoming a reality show within a reality show. So that's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I come from a different era. That's not my era.
I feel you with that. I say that all the time. Word.
That's not my era. I don't play those games. When I was saying I come from an era of, you know what I'm saying, of people just being straight up with you, and this of love, man, and you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers is one band, one sound, or what have you, man. I love female battle rap.
Or even if it wasn't all love, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
a motherfucker didn't fuck with you. It wasn't no in between, like, I don't like you today, but I'm gonna like you tomorrow for some type of hidden agenda, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And listen, man, this is very important with female battle rap. I don't know if the girls are listening, the vets. Is y'all gotta control this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they're the owners and whatnot. There's so much you can do. Sometimes some people gotta pull people's coats and shit, and you gotta condition the fans to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Listen, battle rappers have the power too. Everybody have power within their realm. You understand what I'm saying? If a motherfucking battle rapper is easy with they shit, then the fans will be easy. You know what I'm saying? You're actually training the fans to act accordingly and act a certain way. Now, if you're a motherfucker that want to act a fool all the time, you're going to have fans that, you know what I'm saying, oh, this motherfucker act a fool, or such and such, you know what I'm saying? Some people just follow dumb shit. That's just how life is. Some people want to follow dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way of the world. We got the most ignorant motherfuckers. I might be a fucking hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like I want to contradict myself. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people see me turn up and get crazy and shit like that. But I respect people, though. You know what I'm saying? I show respect when respect is given. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't take what I do out of context. Because I've never gotten into one fist fight or one disrespectful shouting match with any nigga in battle rap. You understand what I'm saying? So I show respect. And that's what it is and whatnot. I just hope motherfuckers just appreciate what I gave to the game, my hard-earned work, and that's just it, man. I hope these girls, man, continue to do what they do and improve and show, man, that they a female battle rapper is still here. So I'm gonna just I'm not gonna act crazy and act like I quit cold turkey and shit like I'm going. After this interview, I'm going in the sunset. I gotta tie up some loose ends. You know what I'm saying? I probably still want to do Battle of the Sexes because I promised Smack and BD that, you know what I'm saying, them niggas sat me down and said, yo, Debo, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas is it. Y'all lit, right? We ready to go. You understand what I'm saying? After Gnome, after what you call it, we need to do X, Y, and Z. You understand what I'm saying? So that's probably one last accomplishment that I want under my belt. And then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, health-wise, and mental-wise, it's been a 5-year stress. I might have a heart attack any fucking minute right now, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I might even not know it. I'm not saying because I'm old. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying because I'm old. I'm just saying you don't know the enduring stress. I'm built for this. But even though you built for this, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like I can't say my sign, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm like one of the alpha men. Like I hold in shit. You know what I'm saying? You know when you hold in shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit just lashes out and shit because you're holding in so much shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a catty dude. A lot of these girls know what I've done for them. If they ever even front on me, then you know what I'm saying? It'll be crazy. There's not one girl in the Queen of the Ring that I haven't looked out for. So nobody can front on me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody can front on me.
Well, Debo, I want to read you a tweet I just got from someone listening, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the guy, Jono. He said, damn. He's listening and he said, damn. To be honest, Debo is the bridge between the male and female audience of battle rap. That's a big loss for the culture. I just want you to think about that.
I agree.
All right?
No,
I agree with that. I agree with that tweet. Real shit. I agree with that.
And Jazz said,
couldn't have said it no better.
Yeah, Jazz says you're too passionate about Queen of the Ring. She doesn't believe that you're going to leave either.
Well, yeah, I feel you. But, you know, I guess actions speak louder than words because, you know, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I tie up my loose ends, and then I'm good. I'm good from here on.
All right. Oh, yeah, listen, I'm gonna try to talk a minute coming back, so don't think I'm not.
Yo, Cap.
He knows I am.
Caps, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
What up?
That shit is a wrap. You understand what I'm saying?
Leave it alone.
I'm just leave it alone. I'm just saying support the brand. It's still gonna be here. It's not like I'm shut. I don't run this shit by myself. I got partners. Everybody here. I don't want people to think that, yo, you know what I'm saying, I own this shit by myself. I don't.
I feel you. We're not saying that, though.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
No, we're not saying that, but you are very passionate. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but, we're not saying that at all. But, I mean, we know that it's the three of you. It's the three amigos. But at the end of the day, Debo, like, you have always been in, I don't know if it's just that's the way you guys wanted to do it, but you've always been the front man. So you've always done things to where, you're promoting the brand.
Right.
That visual recognition, it's like that's where we're coming from. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, that's dope.
The battle rap, no matter how many motherfuckers don't want to say, if Cat tomorrow, it would be a difference. It'd be the same way about you, though.
Yeah, and to a degree, you're a little more reachable to the fans and the supporters, right? We can reach out and touch you a little more than your other two counterparts. You understand what we're saying?
Right. I appreciate that. I mean, at the end of the day, you can like I said, you can even hear how I sound. You know what I'm saying? That it's a stressful situation. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta. Like I said, that shit just can't be helped. You know what I'm saying? But the brand is a rolling force already. Nothing I can do can stop it. You understand what I'm saying? They just gotta. You know what I'm saying? My partners just got to go accordingly to how they do things and keep doing what they've been doing, and then you're good to go. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm just going to want to stop all the questions that people start answering where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, to tell everybody, yo, listen, as long as you get dope battles from this brand, there's nothing else to think about. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing else to think about because that's what it was built on, dope battles. It wasn't built on Debo. You know what I'm saying? I've done hard work. I can understand I'm not denouncing what I've fucking done. But, it's those battles that gave motherfuckers them views. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't Debo. Right. I feel what you're saying.
I feel that. I definitely feel you. But I want to leave you with this, Debo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just always exhaust every possibility first. You understand what I'm saying?
I've done that, brother. Done that. I tell you this much. I tell you this much.
You my man, so I'm gonna say I feel like it's not just I really feel like it's like your family was there and that shit was a wake up call for you, right?
Pretty much.
I think that's really what it was. Cause you gotta think about it. Like all I had to do was one water bottle get the aim was off, and it would have been his wife. That's really what this shit is. Like not really what it's about, but it was a close. Like he probably would have snapped and killed somebody there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I definitely see where he coming from on that side. I definitely see that.
Pretty much. Listen, man. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, them female battle rappers, they better wake up. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about all these other brands. It's about Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring provided a service and put on all these females to make a name for themselves. Stop fucking running to these other fucking battle leagues trying to fucking catch a win and shit like that and all of it. Nah, nigga, it's not about all these other battles. It's about Queen of the Ring. Show love to the brand. Because now I can say this since I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of females in there that don't show love to Queen of the Ring. That try to act like they made themselves and shit. Not saying we made them, but they try to act like their career, you know what I'm saying, wasn't launched over here. And, you know what I'm saying, we had nothing to do with anything and shit. You know, they never want to, pound Queen of the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Respect to the brand. Like when they do their battles. I've never took a dime from anybody. Only thing I ask for is when you get on that somebody else's stage, say, yo, I'm such and such. Queen of the Ring in the building. That's all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? That's my favor. You know what I'm saying? Carry on with your life. You know what I'm saying? but we gave so much not to be disrespected. You understand what I'm saying? So I can say that now, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not now, but I'm not gonna be a part of this situation no more. So I can say that a lot of girls have been disrespectful or haven't showed appreciation, and it's kind of fucked up. And they think it's oh well, whatever. It's not cool. It's not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna keep it professional. I ain't gonna say fuck you and do all this and nah. You know what I'm saying? Just open your eyes, wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because, y'all might lose something in this shit, man.
Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.
Angry Fan movement is the movement to move with.